Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're taking on the absolute ultimate challenge. We are going to construct a flawless architectural blueprint for tackling one of the most notoriously tricky areas across the Cambridge Computer Science and Information Technology syllabuses. 8.1 Functions. Specifically, we're talking about string manipulation, those left, right, mid, and find functions that seem so simple in class but become absolute nightmares during an exam. But listen, this session is about so much more than just a few spreadsheet formulas. We are looking at the exact psychology of how examiners award marks. To really set the stage for this, I want you to imagine two typical Cambridge students facing a complex past paper question. Maybe it's a 417 or perhaps a 9626 paper. Let's call our students Alex and Sam. Now, Alex is basically a walking textbook. Alex overloads every single answer with raw, unadulterated computer science facts, but includes absolutely zero analysis. I mean, if a question asks about extracting a character from a string, Alex is going to write an entire paragraph perfectly defining the function, but will completely fail to link it back to the specific data provided in the scenario. And then, on the other end of the spectrum, we have Sam. Sam genuinely knows the material, but the second the clock starts ticking, Sam panics. Sam rushes through the paper, completely missing the crucial command word requirements. If the question explicitly says evaluate, Sam just describes. And you know what happens? When the examiner actually looks at Alex and Sam's papers, it's just a sea of red pen marks. It's brutal. Their answers completely lack a structural foundation. But today we are going to transform those red marks into green check marks. We are going to reveal the absolute perfect strategy for designing your answers like a master architect, so every single paragraph you write is a structural masterpiece.
Okay, let's dive into this. At the very core of our architectural blueprint are the raw materials, the 8.1 string functions, left, right, mid, and find. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what these do. But in Cambridge exams, these aren't just isolated buttons you click on a screen. Examiners view them as powerful string manipulation tools used to extract specific data, interpret highly complex data relationships, and execute systematic analysis. Think about it practically. When you use the left function, you're extracting a specific targeted number of characters from the absolute beginning of a text string. The right function grabs them from the end. Mid is a bit more complex. It allows you to pull characters from literally anywhere in the middle of a string, based on a starting position that you define. And then you have find, which acts like a scout, helping you locate the exact numerical position of a specific character or delimiter within that string. On their own, sure, they seem pretty basic, but in the context of a rigorous examination, the examiner isn't just asking what they do. You are being asked to deploy them in tandem to solve multi-stage real-world data problems.
So to get you consistently hitting that top tier, we are going to follow a very strict blueprint today. First up, we'll cover the core architecture. Second, we'll look at the build framework. Third, we'll run through the inspection. And finally, we'll finish with the final polish. Let's get building.
Phase 1. The core architecture. Building the theoretical foundation.
Before we write out any formulas or try to construct any multi-paragraph answers, we have to understand the theoretical architecture of the syllabus. You see, the examiners aren't just looking to see if you manage to memorize a function's syntax. They are actively hunting for your structural thinking. This brings us to a massive, really critical question, and I want you to genuinely think about this for a second. Why do students find multi-stage analysis and method marks so incredibly hard to get? The true answer lies in exactly how we approach the command words. Let's go back to our student Sam, the one who rushes through exams. Sam fails because Sam doesn't decode the command words. In computer science, words like analyze, evaluate, and describe aren't just suggestions. They dictate exactly what structural shape your answer must take. Raw IT facts simply aren't enough without a proper structural foundation to hold them up. And this is exactly where the Peel framework comes into play. Point, evidence, explanation, link. The absolute top students structure their computer science answers using Peel. When you are asked to extract data using, say, a mid function, your point is the function itself. Your evidence is the specific cell reference or text string you are actively targeting. Your explanation is exactly why you chose those specific numerical parameters, and your link, this is the most important part,